Hey there, welcome to this guide explaining my unique approach to writing subject lines that prospects just can't resist opening. So in this video, I'll be going through how I've achieved 89% open rates across just under 200,000 emails, which is something just completely unheard of. According to Gartner, the prominent research group, the average sales email has a 23.9% open rate. And even the best guys are happy with a 70 to 80% open rate, especially across this amount of volume. So whatever you do, don't sleep on this method. So let's have a look at some proof. I've copied and pasted 2 screenshots from Instantly for some recent campaigns that I've done. And you can see on the left-hand side, I did a campaign targeting IT service companies, and we contacted around 4,000 prospects. We had an open rate of 93.2%, which is just ridiculous. And you can see in the rest of the list, we have 89.7%, 87%, 84%, 92.5%, 94.5%, etc., etc. So yeah, this is 100% real. So what is the secret sauce then? So my formula for the perfect subject line is very, very simple. It's simply your thing. I'll explain what I mean by thing through the following examples. So it could be your TikTok page, your data, your post. So it just has to be something related to their job role, something that they care about and are interested in, and something that maybe they're looking to improve, but also something that is quite crucial to their own position, because people are very inherently selfish. And if you're talking about something that their job and their salary and their bonus maybe depends on, they're going to be more interested in it. So the thing is something that is relevant to the person. And I'll explain that in a bit more detail. So this framework is super simple, like I said, but it's also super effective. And yeah, it's how I'm achieving 89% open rates across 200,000 emails. And the reason why this works is because they care about the thing that you're mentioning, and because it's not immediately clear why you're contacting them about it. So they simply have to open the email and find out. So according to the academic George Lowenstein, humans become curious when there is a gap in their knowledge. These information gaps cause a psychological state of deprivation and stimulates them to fix this state by acquiring the missing knowledge. So think about yourself. If somebody was to, in a conversation maybe, they were to hint at something, so they were to suggest something or imply something, but then they didn't actually explain what they're talking about. So they might say, oh yeah, your mate John, he's been up to some weird stuff recently. I don't know, but then he doesn't actually explain what John's been doing. Then you're like, well, tell me then. Like, you can't just leave it there. You have to tell me. So this fits in with this theory. People dislike uncertainty, especially about things that they care about. They want to know more about it. So that's the psychological underpinning of this framework. Now, once they actually open your email, they're not going to feel like they've been misled, because your email is about their thing. So if it's the first example, your TikTok page, then you're going to be talking in your email about how they can generate more sales through TikTok, UGC, for example. So it's not like your subject is saying one thing and then your email is talking about something else. So it's not misleading or not unethical in any way, which I absolutely hate myself, because it doesn't work ultimately. like when guys use fake scarcity in their subject lines. To me, it just kind of rubs people up the wrong way. You might get some more sales from doing something like that, but even then, it just doesn't feel right to me. I just wouldn't be able to sleep at night. So I tried a lot of things that I kind of deemed as personally, like, I don't feel like I'm misleading them. And this is one that I landed on that's had huge success. So just make sure your thing is something that they care about. Like I say, if someone was to contact you, let's say you had a son or a daughter, if someone was to email you with the subject line, your daughter, nothing else, just your daughter, there's no way you're not opening that email. Because you just have to know. You care about your daughter, you love them, you have to know what this email is about. Is it about their health? Is it about maybe their school results? Maybe something that they've done and they've got in trouble for? Whatever it is, you just need to know. You have to know. So make sure it's something that they really care about and something related to their subject, to their job role. And also make sure the thing is related to your offer, like I said. If it's not related to your offer, you'll get high open rates, but then no one will reply positively, and you might actually get a lot of negative replies because people will be like just annoyed at being misled. And ultimately, what matters is positive replies, because positive replies translates to booked meetings where you can pitch them your service, or booked meetings where your client will pay you for booking that meeting for them, if you're doing lead generation, for example. And that's what ultimately matters. So yes, of course, higher open rates leads to higher positive response rates, because just more people are opening the email, more people are seeing your pitch. But it's not the be all and end all. Ultimately, you want to have something congruent, something that matches up to your subject line. And also, of course, you want to have a great email script, which is something for another day. So just a bonus tip. If you're targeting an untapped niche, something that is unsaturated, so the complete opposite of e-commerce, which is very saturated. If you're targeting a niche like, I don't know, consulting on, I don't know, where to do an oil field, it's just completely random off the top of my head. So oil consulting, I don't even know if that exists. It probably does. But if you're in a completely untapped niche that hasn't been just completely destroyed by cold email, by a million people sending them emails, quick question is still the best subject line. And I'm not making this up. It still gets me 90% plus open rates in 2023. So if your niche is not e-commerce, if your niche is not marketing agencies, if your niche is not SaaS clients, if it's an untapped niche, if it's a new technology like AI or something like that, if it's completely unsaturated, quick question is still the best way to go. My methodology is for those saturated markets, and it works in those saturated markets. Your TikTok page, that subject line has got me positive responses in e-commerce, or even like, I'm pretty sure I've done your IG page, your Instagram page, and that's done really well as well. And just to finish up, this is all predicated on having the fundamentals of cold email deliverability set up perfectly. There's a whole science behind this that needs to be just right. Otherwise, your emails won't even land in their inbox. It will go straight to their spam folder. And at that point, in the spam folder, it doesn't matter what your subject line is, because they won't even see it. And I learned how to set up the fundamentals of cold email deliverability, as well as copywriting, writing the scripts, writing subject lines, all from the same place. So if you want to learn the exact methods for all of those that help me scale to 15 clients in 6 months, drop me a DM and I'll send you the link to the exclusive group of A-listers that taught me everything I know. These are just a few of the guys from Money Twitter who are members of this group. Every day, They're actively sharing what's working well for them and answering questions from complete beginners like I was 6 months ago, as well as guys who are at 5K a month and want to get to 10K a month, 20K a month, etc., etc. So if you want to start or scale your lead generation agency, this is where you go. Like I say, the methods in this group helped me reach 15 clients in my first 6 months, which was just an insane ROI. And they also have a guarantee that you will double the number of calls you book for your offer or your money back. So it's pretty much a no-brainer. So yeah, DM me if you want the link to join. It's $97 a month, but it's been worth every penny for me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this subject line masterclass. And if you're interested in joining the group that I'm in and all of these guys are in, drop me a DM.